Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Jagdeep Singh. Today we are going to start with forecasting responsibility under the Unit 5. So, what is Unit 5? That is managing the forecasting process. So, let's start. It refers to the demarcation of roles and accountabilities or responsibilities within an organization for the management of forecasting process. It involves identifying the individuals or teams responsible for generating, validating, and analyzing forecasts, as well as ensuring that the forecast align with organizational goals and objectives. Effective forecasting responsibility requires clear communication of roles and expectations, defining who is accountable for specific aspects of the forecasting process, and establishing processes for review and approval. Additionally, it involves providing the necessary training and resources for those involved in the forecasting process to enable them to fulfill their responsibilities effectively. Now, we need to understand what responsibilities will be done in forecasting. So before understanding these different responsibilities, we need to understand what is the process of forecasting in an organization. It might be handled by in-house or it may be outsourced. If suppose that for entire forecasting process is handled internally, means different teams or different person in within the organization, then we need to make a team and we need to identify the people who are expert in relevant area. So suppose some person is very good at in research and he might be able to understand and prepare the questionnaire. So we need to give the responsibility to make the questions or questionnaire to that person. Some person or any person that is he is very good at in maybe analyzing the data using various tools. So we need to give the responsibility of analyzing the data. Before that, if suppose somebody is very good at going out and gathering data, so we need to understand that person and we need to give that questionnaire and make him understand the questionnaire so that he could or she could collect the data, maybe using face-to-face interviews or surveys, right? If this is your data might be collected using Google Forms as well, right? Sitting at home in front of computer, right? Using internet. So they say, oh. And after this all data is analyzed, then again somebody might be very good at in presenting the data. So he or she will be uh, given the responsibility of presenting the data. And finally, we need to present the data to the management for taking the decisions, right? In case we are not handling the entire forecasting process in-house, if we are outsourcing it, then we need to understand what is the cost budget for that particular forecasting, right? And who will be the firm or organization that will be doing forecasting on behalf of our organization. And we need to have clear-cut KPIs or KRAs, and we need to have a clear-cut agreement with them so that we are not suffering and we are getting the forecast within the time frame. So this is all, right? Now, understand what are the steps involved in this. Though we have already understood in previous video, again, we need to refresh them. So data collection, right? So we need to collect the data as per requirement, right? From various sources. It may be primary data, or it could be secondary data. Primary data we need to collect using questionnaire, right? Maybe through survey methods, face-to-face meetings, etc., or using Google Forms, etc., for gathering the data, right? Secondary data could be collected using different modes like journals, magazines, newspapers, articles, or different other methods, right? Books, etc. And that data could be uh, put in readable format, right? So this is all. So different data collection methodologies. Now analyze the data. Once data is collected, we need to analyze the data for identifying the trends, patterns, and causal factors that may impact future outcome. Okay. Then third, once the data is collected, we need to make the model, right? So building the model in forecast, it may be methodology based on nature of the data and the forecasting requirements that we need to understand. Then again, accuracy and validation, ensuring that the forecasted outcomes are reliable and aligned with organization's objectives through validation and accuracy checks. Then finally, before that, communication, right? Effectively communicating the forecast results, assumptions, and any uncertainty to relevant stakeholders such as decision makers, which is basically senior management and operational teams, etc. And finally, review and improvement. Review and improvement, continuously examining the forecasting process, identifying areas of improvement and implementing changes to enhance accuracy and effectiveness of future forecasts. So friends, this is the forecasting responsibility, right? In next video, we might be discussing some other topics. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you. Bye-bye.